Hello gamers, Matt Lemke here again with another figure forge. In this figure forge we're going to look at the Hussar and its possible weapons variants for both the gear and tank mode of this pretty cool model from DreamPod 9. We're going to do this, we're going to look at using some rare earth magnets. We're going to go ahead and jump right in. I've already done a video on assembling the gear and assembling the tank. And if you watch the tank version, you've already seen me struggle through this. So this should be a better video. Hopefully, I've already pre-drilled a couple of holes to make my life a little bit easier. And I've learned a few things since then on making your life easier as far as getting your magnets in the right direction and things of that nature. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to start by assembling some of the weapons, and we're going to start by putting the heavy autocannons on one of these pods. Now, maybe before we go any farther, we should talk about, I have already pre-drilled some holes. I pre-drilled the hole in the center of this. I did not do that in the tank because I thought maybe I might drill through the back side here and it would look like garbage. But I drilled down here. I should be able to recess both my magnets into that without a problem. And then I'll show you what I believe the trick is going to be to getting that done well. I have also pre-drilled the missile pod holes because you could switch out missiles and rockets. And that's really, in my opinion, that's really all you need to worry about on this model is these two. So you need a total of 4 magnets. But for those of you that might want to do this, I went ahead and did this. I'm only going to do this on one of the 2 sets of field cannons, probably the big one. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start assembling some stuff. And actually, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take one of the sets of rocket packs, and we're going to go like this from corner to corner. And from corner to corner, we're going to mark it. Then I'm going to take like 3 or 4 of these magnets, pull them apart, and I'm going to zoom in just a hair for this because these are small pieces. And then you take those 3 or 4 magnets you had and you drop it right into the middle without doing what I just did, knocking it all over the place. Looks like I've got too many. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do just 2. The important part is that you get it into the center. So you need a piece of resin scrap or something non-metallic to move it pretty quick before it dries into the middle. Plastic pair of tweezers would be great for this. And once you have it centered, you're going to want to set it aside and let it dry. And once it's dry, you'll be able to do the next step. And then we're going to grab the light field or the field cannon and all of its parts. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so I have some working space. And we're going to start to assemble it. I have discovered that the easiest thing to do is to put the cannon on first. Figure out what you want to do with it, if you want it up, down, whatever. You put a drop of glue in and you set it aside. That was a little bit too much glue, so I'm going to grab one of my things for minis that I use as a sponge for cleaning up excess here. And then I'm going to grab my field cannon and I'm going to glue it in. Hold it until it's ready to be set aside. And actually, I want this one like it's firing indirectly over some string. Then what you do is you set it aside and you let it dry. Move those two parts with it. I'm going to grab my two light field cannons that are twin lengths, and I'm going to glue them on real quick. And these I realize that they're two different weapon systems. And they're twin length, but I'm actually going to make these firing at two different targets, so they're going to be at two different elevations. On my other weapons, I put them at the same elevation, and I kind of like the look, but I want something different on this one. And we're going to put a drop of glue on the other side, because once this is glued, this one's done. And it's not tough to hold this together while it's setting. Well, for the last one, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue on one side of the missile launcher, or the rocket pod rack. It's a little bit of both because of the ABM. I'm going to go ahead and glue that in. I don't really care what angle it's at because it's two different rocket pods, it's two different weapons. It can easily be firing at two different targets. Just want to make sure it sets. And then I'm going to grab the field cannon as soon as this sets. Or I'll go back to our magnets. I have to let this set. I should have done this second. Sorry. But as soon as this is dry, I'll show you the cheat that I have created for my magnets. Actually, I'll show you on the next one. Actually, I don't have to wait. I can just do it right away. As long as this sets. If you're wondering, the tools you need for this are a 1mm pin vise, or 1mm bit with a pin vise, blade for cleaning your models, and I'm using Zap-A-Gap glue. And I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to use Zip Kicker. Now, I'm going to grab the other rocket pod real quick. Grab my magnets. I'm going to show you how to guarantee that you will never make a mistake with your magnet. Take all but two off. This is a 1mm hole, so you go like this. That is the glued model. That is there. It's a tight fit. And what you do is you go like this, put your little drop of glue in here. Then you grab your pod. Then you grab your rocket pod here. Go like this. Pull your one off, leaving your magnet there, and you get something that you don't care about getting super glue on, which in my case is this, I call it the Pokey Pokey. It cleans my paint and everything else. And I'm going to go like this. And I'm going, wow, it already sealed. I might have a problem. I was talking to you. And you recess this as much as you can. And as fast as you can, because I just boo-booed this one. So I'm going to grab my pliers, whack it down a little bit, tap it in there. If you do this and you have this problem and you have the tools, Obviously, this is not the best set of tools for this, but I know it's a millimeter, so don't think that that is recessed enough. Now I have a little bit of a problem. I have to clean it out a little bit before I can test it with the other magnet. But what I was saying a moment ago, if you do this at home and you have the tools, you like a nail set. A nail set would recess this really well if you have the problem that I just had, because I wasn't quick enough. Now you can go like this, and there's a lot of glue on there. I still need to clean that out more. Take my drill bit maybe. Once it's dry, put it on the right way. Now, this will be a tight fit for a long time unless you do something like put Vaseline on the magnet or whatever. But look at that. The magnets are clearly working. And if you want a tighter fit than that, just drill a hole a little bit deeper. And I'm going to start laying it out. This big chain belt rests right there, like that, and it has space on top. It doesn't go here, like some people I've seen do already. This goes right here, and the gun goes over on the other side, or the canister for the rounds goes on the other side like this. Now, what I've learned is it's easier to line them up if you glue this piece of chain belt on first, which means you're going to have to hold it in place. A little drop of glue. And I'm going to set that aside again. Grab this piece here. Little bitty drop. Now I like these lined up, so I'm going to do my best to keep them in a single line. Not always the easiest thing to do, especially. I'm going to go ahead and clean this up where I broke off that one. Pretty much just kind of pop it off here a little bit. This one's seen some salt flats damage. Been on extended duty in the salt sand dunes. It's got corrosion. Then come back over here, grab the ammo canister. Put it in there. Now you can line it up nice and flush. I'm going to put a drop of glue in the hole. Drop the glue on the ammo belt, or on the chain belt in this case. Put the magnet in the other side, and it's flush. I can't get it out. So I created a little bit more work by myself because it's a tight fit, but that's it. What you do is you got to clean it out a little bit, actually quite a bit. soft resin, so it's going to go easy. Do not cut yourself when you do this. And you just kind of keep going around the magnet until you manage to get enough in there that you can pop it up, which I'm at. Now I'm going to take my drill bit a little bit and clean this out a little bit more because I made a mess. Got to clean that up a little bit with my knife. The good news is it's going to be a lot easier now to do the magnets. I was trying to have a nice, clean, perfect fit. In the future, I'm just going to countersink it. The countersink, so that I can do, where's my magnet? That I can do this. Bam. Problem. Ooh. So now I have to mark it because it's so loose. I have to mark the end that's going to stick. I'm just going to go like this right away. Stick that side to my X-Acto blade. Take it off like that so I can get it through. Then you take a little bit of glue, put it in the middle here. Take that magnet down like this. Get it into the middle. Zip kick it. Hit it with the zip kicker. Oh, I rolled it. You know what? I'm going to break this one off. I'm definitely going to have to break that one off. I'll do that after the show. And then you go like this. Well, test it. Might as well test it before I break it off, right? Clearly works. That's a problem of using too much glue and zip kicker. Then I'm going to take my magnets again. Pick this up. Go like that. That's the side that's going to have to go down. Do this. Check it. It pushes it away. That's good. That's the side that's going to get glued. Grab this marked piece that I marked in the middle. Grab my knife. Make sure it's in the middle. This time I'm going to be a little bit more careful. Zip kick it. Count to like 3. It's dry. Check it real quick before it gets really, really dry. It sticks. It sticks. That magnet must be really deep because it's not got the same pull. That one is a little off-centered. I'm probably going to fix it. That would drive me nuts. It doesn't play that way. But in the long run. And ta-da! A little bit of cleanup on them. Now I got 4 that work. I'm going to go right ahead and glue one of these on to the weapons mount. And I want this side. Set that aside. Now, We're basically going to do the same thing over here. Oops. Take our magnets. Like so. Take this. Make sure you get the right side. Now when they're stubborn like this, you can always mark it. Basically now you draw an X on your piece that you're going to magnetize. Or, if you even want to be more careful, you draw 3 lines to get a pot. Then you put a drop of glue in the middle, and make sure that this is pushing away. And then you grab your gun, go like this. Let it dry. Make sure you hold it in the middle. I'm going to use some zip kicker on it. I can hold it in place and spray at the same time. I'll make the shape. Magnetized. Yeah. Looks like I got it a little bit off center, so I would have to move that, which is one of the reasons why I would probably never magnetize these. These are really light, but I just did it because somebody might want to see it. And you can do it. Tip in the future: get different size 1mm bits and magnetize them for what you need, or not magnetizing. Get different size 1mm bits and mark them the proper depths so you know how to cut. Matt Lemke with the Hussar weapons pack, or well, with the Hussar gear and tank variant weapons kits, magnetizing the missile pods and one of the turret weapons. Hopefully you don't run into the problems that I had. Hopefully you learned from this. I did. I'm looking for a better way than magnetizing all of everything, so I was trying to do some stuff. And if you do, make sure you flip it, because that's an easy mistake to make. Again, thank you, Matt Lemke with True Gamer Goggles, gamer-goggles.com. And don't forget, DreamPod 9 is having a Like Them competition on their Facebook page, and they're giving away a 2-player Blitz starter on June 3rd or 4th. Thank you.